All right, welcome to another episode of the MMA Degenerates. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm the MMA Degenerate, and we have our sound guy, Ryan.
What up?
All right, so we have two fights to look at from last week. We have the Bellator 264, and we have the PFL. So let's get right into it. Let's start from the top.
Let's do it.
All right, Gagar Musashi versus John Salter. That was a pretty good fight right there.
Mm-hmm.
We had, in the beginning, John Salter was doing well. He was taking him down. But after that first round, Musashi, he got the timing down. He was able to hit him with some good shots. And he just was too much for him.
Yeah, he couldn't take any more of that.
No, yeah, John Salter looked like he was a little tired too. John Salter's never, ever gone the distance. So he's never been past, I believe, 2 rounds. Maybe he's been in the 3rd round. But he loses that cardio quick. So Musashi, he's had 60-something, 70-something fights in MMA, in kickboxing, and in boxing. So he's been there before. He's been hurt. He's been in those, those long rounds. So it was really just the fact that he's been there before.
Mm-hmm.
And Musashi is one of my personal favorites. So I'm really happy that he won. I'm a little biased, but it's okay. We had Korskov versus Sabah Hamasi. That was a good fight. Korskov he's one of those Russians. He's tough as nails. And he was too much for Sabah Hamasi. Sabah he's a brawler. And there wasn't any brawling in that fight. Did you see any brawling in that fight?
No, not really. It was pretty just back and forth wrestling.
Yeah, there was a lot of wrestling, and unfortunately, Sabah, he got knocked down in his last fight, so he was a little apprehensive.
Yeah.
He didn't want that to happen again. So usually when fighters get knocked out like that, they tend to hold back a little, and that's really what happened with Sabah. He held back too much. And he was very patient, I'll give him that. However, he's not comfortable fighting that way, so maybe next time he'll be a little more comfortable doing it that way, and he'll be able to use controlled aggression, he should have had bursts of brawling, bursts of energy. But unfortunately, he couldn't regulate it, he was just a little gun-shy. So hopefully he'll do better in his next fight. Unfortunately, this will probably drop him from the top 10,
right.
But yeah, I'll watch the Hamasi fight any day. I'll watch Korskov fight any day. So, moving on, Rafoon versus Magametto.
Yeah, this was a great fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was more of a wrestling exchange, but it was a very exciting wrestling exchange. They had good transitions. They had great scrambles, especially Stotts. He had that great scramble where he flipped Magamet over.
Yeah, exactly.
In the second round,
Yeah, that was very slick.
You wanted to see that again too. You liked it so much.
Yeah, it was a very, very crazy fight. Magametto, amazing fighter. He got a little too flashy. Rafoon was just sticking with the fundamentals. Made the fundamentals look better than all the flashy stuff. It was really entertaining fight, especially 2 young guys just getting into it. It was pretty awesome.
No, yeah, you're exactly right. Sometimes the flashy stuff is nice. It's cool to do the flying kicks and the spinning kicks and all that good stuff. But sometimes the fundamentals are just way better than the flashy stuff. So in this case, the flashy stuff lost.
That's it.
It happens. Daveon Franklin versus Everett Cummings. That was a very short fight.
That was it.
But
it was that fight.
Yeah, the fight with the dude with the huge guy.
Yeah.
Only 3-0. We didn't really know, but sometimes the records can be very deceiving. Everett was 15-0, but if you look closely at his record,
he didn't really fight anyone
He didn't fight anyone that good.
Yeah.
And neither has Daveon Franklin, but Daveon Franklin is one of those guys. He's built.
He's going.
He's built. I don't know if he was a former football player, but if he wasn't, then I don't know what he was doing, because that guy, he could do very well in football. He could do very well in basketball. Exactly. He's just built, and he looks like a freak athlete. And sometimes being a freak athlete, having a nice body doesn't mean you're going to do well. Sometimes the guys with the flabby bodies do better, but this time it was the Greek god body that won out.
Yeah,
It was a great knockout, though.
yeah. Poor Everett went down really quick. You could just tell in their faces before the fight who was like. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, he was kind of like he looked very nervous.
Yeah, exactly.
And also
he
it was
tired.
It was that he did look
after those 15 wins. It was just like
He's like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah.
But what really set the stage for that knockout was that oblique kick, that kick right above the knee.
Yeah, exactly.
You saw it in his face. He was like, dude, what the hell? So unfortunately, he lost. But, as they say, when there's two undefeated fighters, 1-0's got to go.
That's it.
All right. Now we had Kazmurat Daveon, best name ever. Best last name ever. Daveon.
Bestev.
Bestev. Sorry, Bestev, not Daveon. But yeah,
he's the best Ev.
Yeah, if I was him, my nickname would be in the middle just the. So they'd be like,
simple.
Kazmurat the Bestev.
Oh yeah.
That would be hilarious. But yeah. And that was a good fight. I mean, the first round was the most entertaining. Then things slowed down a little bit, but overall it was still good. There was, Bestev, he is a lot taller than Ty. I think in the first round, Ty came in and he hit him with a good right hand. He hurt him, he rocked him, but he might have blown his wad because he threw a lot of strikes. And I think Bestev just, got, no pun intended, but got the best of him in those, 2 rounds. He was using his reach, and he had some good takedowns.
He's a really tall guy. Definitely towered over Ty. Definitely had a lot of weight over him. Now Ty, he's from Florida. I heard they said something about him being from Coconut Creek, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of fighters from Coconut Creek because we have ATT right here.
Fair enough.
Literally the best gym in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy, but yeah, he trains down here. A lot of fighters train down here, but all the training in the world doesn't help you all the time. So yeah, the prelims were iffy. They lost 2 of their prelims due to COVID. So but the 2 top ones, Pam Sorensen, Roberta Samad, and Jeffrey Gloucester versus Sebastian Ruiz, I didn't really pay attention much to them. They weren't high on my list of watching, so I didn't really get a good look at them. But I was very intrigued by the first fight, the John Mcneil and Orlando Mendoza fight, because these guys were making their MMA debuts, not just their Bellator debuts.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they had some amateur fights. I think one of them had 6 or 7, another had 2 or 3. So they had amateur fights in, but they didn't have any pro fights in.
Gotcha.
So I thought it was very interesting. It was a good fight. You could see the sloppy technique, obviously, but
that's the funnest to watch.
Yeah. But John won, and his birthday was like a week or 2 from now. So happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
He's 31, just starting out. Hopefully
nice.
He can hit the ground running. He's in Bellator, so if he wins a few more fights, if he wants to go up to the UFC, I'm sure they'll take him. If not, I heard Bellator is pretty good to their fighters, so he might just stay there for his whole career. Either way, not bad.
Either way.
All right, so awesome. Let's go to the PFL next. All right, right there's good. All right, so let's start from the top and go down again. We got Ray Cooper III and Rory McDonald.
Yeah, that one was, the PFL fight, the one we just watched. That one.
It was a little boring.
Yeah, they're just back and forth wrestling, same positions. Yeah. But very good fight either way.
Yeah, I mean, the fight itself didn't really impress me, to be honest, like saying, it was the best fight ever.
No.
But what impressed me was Ray Cooper III is a striker.
Right.
And he actually used his wrestling, which I didn't think he would do. He landed some good shots on Rory, in between the wrestling exchanges, but Rory just did not use his range. He had 6 inches on him. Right. He should have used the jab. He should have used the front kicks. He should have used anything to keep him at bay, because I'm sure Rory was scared of the power of Ray Cooper III, because he's knocked some dudes out, like, bad.
Yeah.
You saw him. He's a little muscle midget. He might be short, but he's got power. And I'm sure Rory, and he's so fast, and I'm sure Rory was scared because he can cover distance like that. So, and he did many times.
MMA, the Muscle Midget Association. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I mean, it was Rory didn't have a good game plan. He wanted to wrestle him. He tried, and Ray Cooper kept on stopping his takedowns, and then Rory would pull guard instead of trying to get back up, so I mean, it was uneventful, but Ray Cooper won. He's going to the finals, which is cool. That's great and everything. We had Magamet Karimov versus Sabah Sai. Now this was another wrestling match. Magamet is a great wrestler. He's one of those Dagestani dudes, and Sabah Sai is a good kickboxer, and he just got taken down. It's as simple as that. And he's actually going to fight Ray Cooper III in the finals, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. We had Raj Manfio versus Clay Collard. Now, many people, including myself, thought Clay Collard won. He had the first 2 rounds for sure. He used very good striking to keep it on the feet, and he got some good takedowns. And in that second round, he almost choked out Rausch. Very close, like this close to ending the fight, which should have definitely won the round. He definitely won the first round based off his striking, and I can see why you might give that guy Rausch the second round, because he landed more strikes on the feet, but he got taken down. He got almost choked out in the last minute or 2.
Right.
And if you're closer to winning the fight, you win the round. That's what the rules say. If he didn't almost finish him on the ground, then yes, they probably would have given that round to Rausch. But, I'm not a judge, but judging can always be better.
Always.
And the Loic Radzivov and Alexander Martinez fight was a lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling in that main event. Not a great card for an emerging casual fan to watch, unfortunately. And I really want people to like the PFL because I love the structure of it.
Yeah.
And I love everything about it, but Yeah. On the prelims, though, there were some good fights. Brett Cooper knocked Tyler Hill out with an amazing uppercut. It was done very quickly, and he was just able to get him into a corner, and he just used his striking to knock him out. It was great. Gleison Tebow, a former UFC fighter, choked out Mika Terrell, and he was able to choke him out unconscious. He didn't even tap. And Michael Lombardo versus Kyron Bowen. He hit him with, I shit you not, 3 head kicks. 3 calf kicks. And by the 3rd calf kick...
That was it.
Yeah. And it was bad. He screamed very loud. You didn't hear any cracks, so I don't know if anything was broken, but there's a bunch of nerves in your calf.
Right.
And it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
It hurts like with Sugar Sean. He got kicked in the calf. He immediately went limp, went immobile, and then boom.
Damn.
Out. All right. So let's go to our next segment. What's next? So go back to the Bellator 264 card real fast. So all right. So Gagar Musashi. He said in the post-fight interview he's going to be fighting this guy Austin Vanderford, who's Paige Van Zandt's boyfriend. Or husband. That's what everyone knows him by.
Right.
He's 11-0. He's a good wrestler, good grappling with decent striking. So I kind of see it going the same way as this fight went. Yeah. But he is better than John Salter, so we'll see.
Maybe a little more interesting.
Yeah, Andre Korskov and Sabah Hamasi. Go to the Bellator rankings. All right, go down to lightweight, I believe. Right here, or is it? Wait, go down. No, it's welterweight. Yeah, go down to the top 10, right here. Okay, so Abbas Hamasi is ranked number 10. And so, I'm down with giving Hamasi. I'm down with giving Korskov. Ooh, Paul Daly would be a fun fight. Paul Daly is a good fighter. He's got hands. Not a lot of wrestling, so Korskov might just take him down. Or Oliver Enkamp. I don't know him that well, but he's ranked number 9, so you might as well just go with the one above. The rest of them are unranked fighters, so just fight another unranked guy, maybe top 10 dude in their division. I didn't really see any standouts that would maybe warrant top 10 ranking. But yeah. All right, so let's go on to the news. All right.
Coach Mike Winklejohn, Stipe Miocic doesn't make sense for best pound for pound of all time. John Jones.
All right, scroll down. Ooh, that really, as they say, butters my biscuit. Go down to the quote. Right, stop right there. Yeah, stop right there. All right. He says, it doesn't really excite me. I would assume it has nothing to do with what excites me or not. I would think the same thing from the outside looking in. I would think that wouldn't excite John. I think John wants the big one. He wants to get the big one. He wants the big challenge. And right now, Stipe is not there. Stipe is awesome, but don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but John Jones wants the biggest challenge out there. That's how John Jones thinks. You know why this butters my biscuit? Stipe is the best heavyweight champion of all time. He's defended the belt. He defended it more times than any other person. And John Jones is not going to fight anytime soon. They have the interim belt. Now Cyril gone and Francis Ngannou has to fight. If they're lucky, they're going to fight early next year. Maybe. Possibly end of the year.
But until then.
And then let's be honest. They're not going to fight again for at least 6 months after that. So to be honest, if John wants to wait until June of 2022, then yeah, I guess. But fighting one of the best heavyweights of all time in Stipe Miocic is not a step down. And also, he hasn't fought in the heavyweight division at all. He's fought in light heavyweight. I mean,
it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I know he is one of the greatest fighters of all time, but so is Stipe. And you should put some respect on Stipe's name. I think he's a great fighter. I think he deserves, it. And I don't think he deserves a rematch like he thought he did, but he deserves a top fighter. All right, go down a little bit. Let's see if there's any more. All right, stop there. It makes sense to go after the title because honestly, John is the best pound for pound of all time. That's debatable. So why would he have just a normal fight? Unless we felt the need to get used to our new body. I don't think we're going to need that. I think John is already getting used to his new size, so there's not a necessity to take a step-up fight. John's ready to go if he wants a challenge. It's not a step-up fight, though. Like I said, greatest of all time, heavyweight. Why wouldn't you want to fight that? That's a feather in your cap. It's not just a tune-up fight. Yeah, he got knocked out his last fight, but that was Francis Ngannou. If he doesn't lose, he knocks everyone out. So, I don't like what he's saying about Stipe personally, but I've been watching Stipe since his first fight in the UFC. So I'm,
a little biased.
I'm a little biased, obviously, but I feel
I got you.
But Stipe has the credentials to give John Jones a challenge. He has the reputation to, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. Defended his belt 4 or 5 times, more than any other heavyweight champion has.
Just fight him.
Yeah, he's fought, and Stipe's fought great fighters. He's fought Junior Dos Santos. He's fought many good fighters. He's fought Stefan Struve. He's fought the best of the best you can at this thing. So, I feel he should fight, but I feel he should fight Jones. It'd be a perfect fight, but if John Jones wants to wait, whatever. All right, go to the next one.
BKFC boss David Feldman. Diego Sanchez signing almost finalized, but not before he gets medically tested first.
All right, go down. All right, go down a little bit more. All right, stop right there. All right, so yeah, we're having great talks. I think we're going to be close to someone pretty soon. He's a good guy. I think he can offer us a lot to us. I don't think he's done. We'll absolutely go through every type of medical protocols there is, just because of the history he had with that guy, Joshua Fabia, and that he has with it. I want to make sure that everything's on the up and up, and I have a really good hunch and a feeling that they are. So we go through that, and we'll get him a contract, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, this is cool. I'm down for Diego to make some money. They pay a lot, so good for him. He might, as long as he doesn't have any problems with his head, I'm okay with him.
No, why not?
Some money. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one. All right, stop there. Yeah, Daniel Rodriguez steps in to fight Kevin Lee at UFC ESPN 30. Great, cool. That's a cool fight.
Oh yeah.
Daniel Rodriguez is a good fighter. Kevin Lee's a good fighter. That's gonna be fun. on August 28th. That's late in the month. Nice.
Can't wait for that.
Nice. All right, go on to the next one. There's no quotes usually in those. All right. Conor McGregor targets drunk fat mess. Daniel Cormier in deleted tweets questioning professionalism.
Come on.
Again, Conor.
Here we are with him.
All right, scroll down.
Once an episode.
At least. All right, so he says a cry for help if I've ever seen one. Okay, go down. Go down to Conor's tweet. All right, right there. Yeah. So he's a fat mess. He's getting worse every day. Yeah, he's retired. Of course he is. He's eating fried chicken every day. Of course he is. He loves fried chicken, by the way.
Yeah.
He made a commercial about fried chicken too. He loves it.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I love fried chicken too. So, but yeah, of course he is. He's retired. Give him a break.
Oh, you go for some fried
chicken. He's drunk at a media event the day before being a commentator in the biggest fight in history. Yeah, okay, go down. I'm sure he's a great test of who's drunk and who's not. Oh, that's a sackable offense for a commentator to be drunk, belching in the mic at press events, WTF. All right, go down. Your back situation is just mental too. Your weight and way of life is abysmal, and now drunk at... All right, yeah, go down more. I'm tired.
Yeah, we get it.
Go down more. Daniel, we can't fight. It's all talk. Just stop. I love Daniel. He's that kind of guy. He won't pick a fight with someone he can't fight. All right, go down more because I think someone else went to his defense. Go down more. All right, go up.
I don't think we're gonna.
Go up a little bit more. Yeah, right here. Right here.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Laura Sanko. She works for the UFC, and she says he wasn't drunk. He's a funny guy, and he was having fun. He's twice my size, and we drank the same amount, just as fast, and I was fine. He was joking around. He's a true professional. Yeah, he's a goofy dude. Like, he says goofy stuff. He does goofy things. He's a goofy guy. Conor's just, he's being a douchebag. He can't handle defeat. That's
it.
He's a sore loser.
We know.
All right, go to the next one. This one actually has to do with the Conor thing.
All right, Jake Paul, disrespectful Conor McGregor lashing out after leg break because it's over for him.
All right, go down. Go to his quote. Right there, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I put this up was because I totally agree with him. I hate Jake Paul with a passion, but I totally agree with him. Look at this guy. This guy was a shit for so long in the center of attention, and now his career has plummeted. He's falling off. He's 1-3 in 5 years. True. It seems as if people don't care, and he's disrespectful, even to the point where it's too far. There's a point in this where it's like, cool, yeah, it's the fight game. I said what I said. I'll get over it. Talk as much shit as you want, but there's a point where you look dumb. I mean, he's completely right.
Yeah.
I hate him with a passion, but he's right.
He's growing a bit. He has some things to say.
I still hate him.
He's an asshole. we know.
I still hate him, but I will give credit. I always give credit where credit's due.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'll give him credit where credit's due. He was right here. All right, go down. I might hate someone, but if they do something right, stop right there. They do something right, I will give them respect. So it's not even, so he keeps on going. It's not even that he's being disrespectful. He just looks dumb with that shit he's saying. Very true. Threatening to kill people, and then he's out partying, back drinking, hitting clubs in LA, which very true he is. I do follow him on Instagram. I see Conor going out a lot. I don't know, man. I think it's over for him, and I don't think his ego can accept that. Very, very true. He is spot on again. He just can't take it anymore. He's losing. He hates it. Oh, well. I'm off the Conor train. I mean, I respect him as a fighter, but I don't like him anymore. I never really liked him as a person that much, but his skills were so good that I could see past it. But now his skills dwindling, I just don't see I don't see any reason to even want to.
Just ego now.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's done. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, go. Yeah.
Sean O'Malley's reason for avoiding ranked fighters is calculated and makes sense.
Go down. Let's see what he has to say. Go down a little bit more of the quote. All right, right there. Stop. All right, the next fight, a lot of people want me to fight someone ranked. They wanted me to fight someone ranked last fight. I was supposed to fight Louis Smolka. And for me, I have a contract to fight a certain amount of fights, and I'm going to get paid a certain amount of money. Whether I fight Louis Smolka, the dude I was supposed to fight, or Peter Yan, the #1 bantamweight in the UFC. I get paid the same. I'm going to fight this dude who is lower, and I'm going to fight this dude on a Conor McGregor pay-per-view. Chael Sonnen says fight the worst dude in the history of the card. A lot of bantamweights, and just people in the UFC, they definitely hate it, and it comes from jealousy. I'm getting more eyeballs than them. And he's just saying he performs and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. I know what contract he's under. He's under the Contender Series contract. So, like, they get a really shitty contract.
Right.
Like, he's probably getting paid like $20,000-$30,000 to fight and $20,000-$30,000 to win. And he has a lot of eyeballs on him, so I can see why, you know, he doesn't want to fight for a little bit of money if he's fighting some super ranked fighter. So I'm sure his contract is over in a few fights, so I'm sure he's going to fight a few more unranked fighters than he's going to go to it. All right, let's go to the next one.
Claressa Shields, booked for second MMA fight, faces Abigail Montes at PFL Championship event on October 27th.
All right, great. Yeah, Claressa Shields. Oh yeah, she's like a bronze or gold medalist boxer or something in the Olympics, and she couldn't make any money in boxing, so she's come over to MMA, which is good. I mean, I'm glad she's fighting again. You know, they've got to get her fighting because she's 30 something years old, and she's got to get those fights in soon. You know, because I want her to fight in the tournament they have. I want her to be in the regular seasons, but they gotta fight her. So this is good. I'm glad. I'm scrolling down as if I want to see if it's for. All right, and the girl is 2-0, which is good. That's a good second fight for her.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. And yeah, so this isn't gonna be for one of the what's it called? For the seasons, for the playoffs or whatever. So yeah, she needs a few more fights before she does that. I'd say 2 more fights, and she'll be ready for the regular season because they have a crazy, weird system. We can talk about it later some other time, but they have like a regular season, like in football or baseball. Then they have like playoffs, and then they have a finale, championship.
Yeah.
So yeah, in a few more fights, I think she'll be ready. And she's training with Jackson Wink, which is awesome. So that's going to be good, even though I don't like what he said about Stipe. That's still good. He's a great trainer, so I won't mess with him just because of that. But yeah, I'm happy for her. You know, I wanted to see her good. The PFL, they're signing a bunch of new talent, which I'm really happy about because I want them to grow a little bit. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, scroll up.
Thief tries to steal a car, quickly learns fanny pack wearing owner is a UFC fighter. So we know, this one was pretty hilarious.
All right, go down to the video.
All right.
So the fighter's name was Jordan Williams. All right, go down. All right. And he said he has one of those push to start cars, so he just left it on, and it stops when you leave within like 10 feet or 5 feet or something like that. Yep, and that's him running out. Yep, he's like, no. And then right here, boom, knee. And the dude runs away.
He's like, damn, I just got bodied by a guy wearing a fanny pack.
Cool. All right. So. All right. So, it was a good one. So pretty much, he said he wishes he got him like with a judo throw and some ground and pound. That's funny. That's really funny. Imagine like stealing someone's car and a UFC fighter, and he just whoops your ass.
Yeah, for real.
That's funny. That's a good lighthearted thing we needed after that Conor news.
That's something.
All right, go to the next one.
Pretty interesting.
I'll definitely watch his fight in the next one.
All right, Yoel Romero's Bellator debut rebooked versus Phil Davis on September 18th.
All right, Bellator. Yoel Romero. Yep, that's awesome. You know, they really need to fight Yoel because he is one of their best, most probably well-paid fighters because he's a former UFC fighter, former UFC contender. So they definitely need to fight him soon because he's just like wasted money. And Phil Davis is another former UFC fighter. So we'll see who's better. I don't know how that fight would go. I mean, Phil Davis has some amazing wrestling, but Yoel is a better striker, I think. Phil Davis is kind of like, eh. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun fight.
Those kinds of fights are always...
It's September 7th.
Those kinds of fights are always interesting.
Yeah. When two wrestlers fight, it's always interesting to see if it's going to be a wrestling match or a striking affair.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. Yeah. We'll go to the next one. All right.
I didn't want to live anymore. Paige Van Zandt candidly speaks on mental state after BKFC loss.
All right. Scroll down. Let's go to the quote. She says a little more down. Right there's good. All right, so she said, this is about her loss to Rachel Ostovich. I'm bummed out. I mean, I'm bummed out to say the least. Everyone expects me to lose, and everyone expects me to fail. I don't know. I just feel like people have a specific perception of who I am, and especially online. It's crazy how much people can hate on a single person. I just don't get it. I pride myself in being a good person, and I think that that's the most important thing for me. I never talk bad about my opponents. I never say a single negative thing about their character. You never know what somebody's going through, and you never know what someone is on the verge of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see what she means. However, she doesn't help at all because she doesn't want to be known as the Instagram model. This and that. She's a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
She is, and that's why
there.
people think she's gonna fail because she's the hot chick. She's not the fighter. But she kind of permeates that. I'm not saying she shouldn't have her photo shoots and do that and have her exclusive content that she has.
Yeah.
But that still kind of permeates the cycle. That's why they talk bad about you. And to be honest, she entered bare knuckle boxing. She's not a striker. In the UFC, what she would do is she would hold people up against the fence, elbow them and knee them, take them down and choke them out. Yeah, they're going to think you're going to fail because, one, they see you making all this extra content, and two, you're not a striker. Yes, you can use the clinch and beat them up in the clinch, but even when I've watched her two bare knuckle fights, she's not good in the clinch. Because you can grab the clinch and start throwing uppercuts in bare knuckle boxing. That's a rule that they allow there. That's not allowed in boxing. But she isn't doing that well either, and Rachel put it to her, and she's under a lot of pressure because they're paying her a lot of money. So if she loses again, they're probably going to drop her.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you have such a big name like that and you start doing content like that and then you were wondering why your mental health is the way that it is. It's kind of...
Yeah, I mean, and she's going in so many different directions, Maybe she needs to chill out a bit. Maybe she needs to relax. I mean, her husband is that Austin Vanderford guy, so she can get into Bellator if she wants. I think she'd be better at MMA than she would be at bare knuckle boxing.
Right.
She's doing it because she's making a lot of money, and much respect. She made $800,000 her first fight. Much respect. That's more than many people make in a lifetime. Much respect, but maybe it's not the sport for you. Go down a little bit, see if she says anything else. All right, stop right there. All right, so then she's also said some pretty terrible things to Vanderford, which is her husband. I told him I didn't want to live anymore. This wasn't for me anymore. Life wasn't for me anymore. It's just disappointing. It's just hard. It can be hard when Austin and I are married and he keeps winning and I keep losing. But honestly, him and his success is the only thing that keeps me going because I feel like we win together. His next fight will be for the title. I know he's going to win. I just know how it's going to feel for him and me, and I'm so happy, I'm so proud of him, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, just take some things off your plate. When you have so many things on your plate, take 6 months off. You made plenty of money in bare knuckle boxing. Take 6 months off if you can. Ask them, say, look, I need some mental health months.
Right.
Take 6 months off, refine your skills, get back in there, and try again. And if you lose again, bare knuckle boxing maybe isn't for you.
Makes sense.
That's it for news?
That's it.
All right, let's look at next week's fights. All right, so we have 3 fights. Lovely. All right, so we have Bellator 265, which is Sergey Karatanov versus Czech Congo. That's going to be a cool fight. I don't know. And I do know someone else on this fight card. Kevin Ferguson Jr. Do you know who that is?
Not personally.
That's Kimbo Slice's son.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Nice.
Many
Okay.
people don't know
Wow.
Kimbo Slice's name. It's Kevin Ferguson. That's his son.
Okay.
Funny story. My friend actually fought him at school.
Nice.
When they were in high school, and he whooped it. And Kevin Ferguson Jr. whooped his ass.
That's the
He'll
best.
kill me. He'll kill me when he hears this because
of
he
course.
watches this. He'll kill me when he hears this.
I mean, it's Kevin Ferguson Jr. What are you
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do?
I mean, I told him. I said, "Yo, that's Kimbo's son. Of course he's gonna beat your ass." All right, let's see what PFL.
Definitely rooting for him.
Yeah, for sure. South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the Kayla Harrison fight. Nice. Yeah, so Kayla Harrison's gonna be fighting and go down a little bit. Let me see who else is on the fight card. Larissa Pacheco, yeah, she's good. She got power for a little girl. She's small, but she got power. She got like a kind of crossed eyes, but hey, that's fine. She's got power. I wouldn't say anything about her eyes because she could probably knock me out.
It probably helps, but right, helps see from different
Maybe, but yeah. I don't know anyone else on this card, but I'm always down to support, PFL.
all of it.
All right, let's go to UFC. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, the Jared Cannonier card. We got Jared Cannonier versus Kevin Gastelum. That's going to be a fun fight. Kevin's probably going to try to take him down, but Jared's probably going to try to take his head off. Clay Guida versus Mark Madsen. That's going to be a cool one. Clay Guida's still doing the damn thing. That's nice. Ooh, Chase Sherman. Yep, I love me some Chase Sherman. He's a good fighter. Former military dude. Comes forward.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Vince from Hell Pichel. Nice. He's a good fighter. More jiu-jitsu based, but he'll bring it to him still. Alexander Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. Nice. That's going to be a good one. That's probably whoever wins that is going to fight for the title next against Brandon Moreno. And I know Brian Kelleher, he's really good. He's on a bit of a losing streak, but he'll come back. He's a strong fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yep. So that's about. Oh, and Antonio Braganetto. I don't know who he is, but he's fighting as well. It's on the announced bouts. That means it's going to be official soon. So yeah, that's about it. Well, thank you so much for listening. Please do me a favor, punch that subscribe button, head kick that like button, and share us as much as you can. Have a good one.
Peace.
Be safe.